CES 2025 was amazing. It was my first CES ever, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you 18 of the craziest, weirdest, and best robots that I saw while walking the floor there. And that's for kids, that's for adults, and that's for the elderly. So anyways, I'm Eric J. Coons. If you've never been to this channel, welcome to the channel. And I'm not gonna talk anymore. Let's just get right into it because 2025 is about to get real weird. It's a channel intro, yay! To kick off this list, let's start with a very cool little robot called Miko. I found Miko's booth pretty late in the day on the first day of CES, so I was already tired, but I was super excited to find it since I've never met this robot in person, and I get asked quite a bit on this channel to review it. After testing its new flagship feature, which is called Story Mode, I was hooked. This little robot looks cute and is super affordable at just $137 right now online, and talking with one of the booth reps at Miko's big booth that they had going on, I am definitely going to be doing a full review on them very, very soon. Number 2 is a favorite of mine on this channel, Looi the Robot. I've done a few videos on this device that turns your phone into a futuristic little robot. And I got to meet most of the team behind Looi, and they even gave me an awesome Looi t-shirt and some stickers. I absolutely love this team and Looi. Looi the Robot currently retails for $169 if you use my link down in the description below. While walking the floor at CES, I had turned a corner and I thought that I was about to see the $65,000 plus robot from Boston Dynamics, or maybe even Unitree's Robot Dog for much cheaper at around $3,000 to $4,000. But to my surprise, this was yet another robot in the robot dog space called Jidoka. It could do backflips, side flips, bang on its hind legs, and do handstands, and I'm assuming more when it comes to applying it to real world situations. Now, I have no idea how much this robot cost though, since the rep was super busy when I walked up to the booth, and it's kind of hard to find info on it online. Weird. Anyways, thought I would mention it in this video because it was a very cool robot to come upon, and it would be really cool to get my hands on it in the future. Number 4 on my list is the Looi Robot, which is a super cute RC car looking educational robot that's made for teachers, parents, and students, and claims to be a robot for everyone. This one retails at about 255 euros, or in US dollars, $255.91. And overall, just looks like a fun little robot to program and play with. Number 5 is the Beatbot. Now, the Beatbot is a company that specializes in underwater robots, mainly for cleaning your pools. But my favorite one was a turtle-shaped underwater robot called the Beatbot Amphibious Roboturtle. I'm really hoping that in the future, they will send me one of those robots so that I can test it out here in Austin, Texas. I'll have to find some clear water somewhere around here, and we'll drop them in there and we'll explore all of the underwater creatures and whatever else is here in Austin together. Now, this robot does not come out until next year, so it's not out right now, but when it does, I assume from the other robot prices that it'll probably be anywhere from like $1,000 to $3,000. I guess we'll have to wait on the price and the robot. Number 6 is one of my favorite robots in terms of looks from CES, which is from Pollen Robotics. It's still yet to be seen how this robot will enter our lives. It may be through personal use one day, but for the time being, I believe it's being created for public spaces to interact with humans in different ways and look cute doing it. Speaking with Mirasha from the team behind this adorable robot, she told me the robot's antennae are modeled after her boss's dog's ears to make the robot less, uncanny valley and more friendly looking. So I think there was like a lot of psychological research done behind the design of this robot. They've definitely succeeded with that so far, and I hope I can get one of these dudes in my house one day, though like I said, they aren't for sale yet, so we'll have to leave our friendship at a handshake for now. Next robot on the list is from a little startup booth I found tucked away at CES, and that is the RoboBlock Ironboy IRH-100. This open source humanoid runs on an Arduino board, much like the Whalesbot robot I did a video on a little over a year ago. This one looks a lot more polished though, and kind of looks like Golurk from Pokemon. The robot comes fully assembled, but it's up to you how you code him, though he does come with 100 basic pre-programmed motions. I don't think Ironboy is out yet, but once it is, I will definitely be doing a full review on it, or maybe just a YouTube short. We'll see how much interaction it actually has. Number 8 on our list is a digital holographic-like robot for your desk or girlfriend, no judgment. This robot features smart sensing, so it'll turn to you wherever you're talking from, have conversations with you, wake you up if needed, and a bunch more stuff. And it's not out yet, so I don't have a price, but I will be giving you all of that information when I do that full video. Number 9 is the TomBot. Now, I had the pleasure of learning about this robot dog from the CEO himself, Tom Stevens. Tom was such a cool guy and explained the emotional story behind creating the TomBot, which had to do with his mother, Nancy Stevens, who unfortunately suffered from dementia, kind of like my grandma did, and ended up having to have her dog rehomed. TomBot is basically here to serve as a replacement for the loneliness that can come with this disease, and for the millions of people facing other health adversities that aren't able to safely or, practically care for a live animal companion. Now, personally, after talking with Tom, I loved the mission of this little robot dog, and I also just love the product itself. And although it is not for sale yet, it can be reserved on the tombot.com website right now. I will definitely be doing a review on this, whether I do a partnership with them or not, because I'm just interested in the robot. Number 10 is a 6-legged lamp robot that comes straight to us from Japan.
What the hell are you talking about?
And looks like something straight out of a Pixar movie. It's called MiMo, but not to be confused with emo. Although this robot looked super cute, it is going to be retailing for $3,000 for the smaller one and $30,000 for the bigger one. Now, this robot is supposed to act dynamically in its environment due to the set of AI models it's trained on. And yes, it may be very, very expensive, but an AI lamp that walks around your house with you and just kind of like looks at stuff and interacts with you, that sounds kind of cool, just not for the price. If the company happened to give me one to test out though in the near future, I am more than happy to take it and test it out. Number 11 is a robot I'm sure you're very familiar with if you've spent any amount of time on my channel, which is Loona the Robot. I've done a bunch of videos on this robot, and I absolutely love the one that Ki Tech sent me, which is this one. For those of you that don't know, Loona is an AI pet thing that can identify objects, it can have conversations, it can play games, and so much more. It's currently priced at around $500, but will always be a favorite of mine, and I was super pumped to see them at CES this year. Number 12 is the Hyodol. This old school looking AI robot doll is another robot made for the elderly. It can check up on your parents, it can interact, and it comes to us from Korea and is just now entering the American markets. Now, while I was at the booth, I tried to inquire about the price of this robot, but I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication and language barrier, so I couldn't really find that out. And when I went online to look, the website is completely in Korean, so your guess is as good as mine of how much this robot costs. If you know, let us all know down in the comments below. Regardless though, I think this robot looked really cool. It looked like it had a lot of really cool functions, and it looks like it would be really good for somebody who's elderly and is wanting some sort of companion. Hopefully I can give you a lot more updates on this robot in the future when hopefully one day I review it. Number 14 is the Ropet. It is currently backed on Kickstarter with $235,755 as of recording this and integrates seamlessly with ChatGPT. Now, Ropet can respond to touch and is made to mimic a pet that can display different emotions and will recognize everyone it meets as well as talk with you, if need be, in a cute little alien-like voice. To be perfectly honest, there are so many robots in this space right now that do the exact same thing or claim to do the exact same thing that I'm not sure how this is gonna stack up against its competition, but I guess we're just gonna have to find out and see, and I will definitely get my hands on it sometime soon in the near future so that I can make a full review video on it and let you know whether or not it does, stack up to all of its competition. Number 15, maybe the cutest robot on this entire list, which is the Mirumi. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This sloth-like robot can be attached anywhere from your purse to a lamp to anything else that sloth-like arms can fit around. This robot will notice people and get shy when looked at, and although it's super simple in its function, I feel like this robot is going to be a huge hit. Everyone I've seen that sees it wants it. Mirumi is made by Yukai Engineering, and its booth at CES showed so many different little personal cuddly robots like the Mirumi or whatever this flat thing is, and I don't know why, but I love all of it. Hopefully I can spark a deal with Yukai soon so that I can do a review on all of these little products all at once, because I'm kind of in love. Number 16 is the Enabot, which is a robot I showed all of you in a full review video last year on my channel, as well as in last week's video when I showed you all of the robots that I have here in the office. And of course, it was really cool to see in person and actually get to see the booth and meet the people again that I've talked to through email but have never met in person. The Enabot is interactive, but also great for security and watching over your pets. At least that's what I use mine for. And there is a lot of different robots that they have under the Enabot brand. I personally have the Enabot Mini, but you can get Enabot robots anywhere from $119 all the way up through $999. Second from our last robot is the Miroka. Miroka? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It is a dream robot for any furry in your life, or at least that's the first thought that I had when I saw it. Bruh. It just looks like this like Disney looking weird like lion faced robot or something, and it comes to us from Enchanted Tools. This robot could be used in a home or a factory as it can communicate, pick things up, transport objects, and a bunch more things. As the website says, the possibilities are limitless with this robot. As far as the robots on this list go, it's probably one of the more advanced ones, which also probably carries a really high price because I didn't see a price online or at the show. But regardless of all of those facts, this robot kind of creeps me out, but I'd still be down to review one. Last but certainly not least is Samsung's Ballie or Ballie Robot. Now, this smart home robot was announced during Samsung's keynote, and I'm expecting some really amazing things from this robot since it's coming from such a big name in tech. It can connect to all of your Samsung devices, watch your pets for you, project videos on the wall or the floor, answer phone calls, and so much more. I am super pumped for this robot to drop sometime in the future so that I can do a full review here on the channel. I probably haven't been this excited about a robot in a really long time. But like I said, no price or release date have been dropped yet, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see how good this thing really performs. Now, you may be wondering why I didn't mention some of the more lifelike humanoid robots that are like full size, like Optimus or Realbotics, but it's really because I wanted to make this video more about more affordable robots, even though a lot of these are still pretty expensive. But I'm gonna do a total separate video on robots like Optimus and other ones that are all powered probably by the NVIDIA chip, which by the way, if you missed that keynote, all of the announcements that NVIDIA put out were insane. But I digress. I will be making a full video on all of those larger, more expensive robots in the very near future. Now, in the next few weeks, I'm gonna be putting out a lot more content on CES, all the stuff that I saw, because I saw a lot of like startups and like little booths that I haven't seen any other YouTubers covering. So I'm gonna be doing YouTube shorts, probably other video collages and stuff like that here in the next coming weeks and months, because I feel like there are a lot of really cool companies out there that deserve to have the light shown on them that just aren't getting any of the same coverage that say some of the robots in this video are. So if you want to keep up with that and all of the other adventures and tech and stuff that we do on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'm gonna throw right up here a playlist of a lot of my techie videos if you wanna go and check those out. I also have a book that I wrote. It's a sci-fi book. It's called The Very Strange Universe of Dr. Natalia Zeal. I would love it if you'd go and check that out. I'm working on book 2 right now. I will leave a link to it in the description below of this video. And with that, I'm Eric J. Coons. I hope you had a blast. I love showing you guys robots, tech, adventure, all that kind of stuff on this channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.